Previously on Alan Wake, Alice has been kidnapped.
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
I can't tell anyone except my agent Barry.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her. You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head.
The ransom is a manuscript I supposedly wrote that's coming true before my eyes.
It happened just the way it was on that page. So dark.
I have found only a few scattered pages.
I want the entire manuscript.
The deadline is in 2 days.
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Good girl.
How the hell did she get her hands on the manuscript anyway?
I don't know. She's resourceful. I told you you were too hard on her. Listen, I found out all sorts of interesting stuff while I was digging around.
Yeah.
Mr. Wake, it's Sheriff Breaker. We have an FBI agent here, Agent Nightingale.
FBI?
He's anxious to see you. You'd better come to the station.
Okay, I'll be right over, Sheriff. Let's make this quick, huh?
Help you folks? Name's Randolph. I'm the manager.
We're looking for Rose. Works as a waitress down at the diner.
Rose, sure. Nice girl. Who wants to know?
I'm Alan Wake.
The writer, huh? I heard on the radio you were visiting. Well, I'll show you her trailer. That Rose, she's a nice girl. Always pays her rent on time.
As I was saying, Al, I found all sorts of weird stuff from the local newspaper's archives. This place is crazy. Disappearances, mysterious deaths, urban legends come true, and get this, most of this stuff takes place around Cauldron Lake.
Well, you ain't wrong, mister. The Indians thought the lake was a doorway to the underworld. I'm the God-fearing type myself. I don't hold with that sort of thing.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, there was an island there owned by a guy called Thomas Zane. Now, some of the articles I found about him make him out to be a famous writer, but I ran a bunch of searches, couldn't find a single thing he wrote. Zane was heavily into diving, so much so that the place came to be called Diver's Isle. But the volcano under the lake erupted in 1970, and Zane went down with the island.
Yeah, how about that? It was there in the morning, as if it had fallen from the sky. But it would take a tornado to lift something like that. We're damn lucky it didn't crush any of the trailers. Come on, mister. I'll take you to Rose's trailer.
Well, dang. That's it. Why are we going in the backyard of someone's trailer?
It gets better. A local girl, Barbara Jagger, drowned in Cauldron Lake just a week earlier. They were lovers.
What?
Sure, Jagger's a local spook story. The Scratching Hag. Comes for you in the dark. Childish stuff like that.
Anyway, Al, I'm just getting to the best part. About
Ow.
this stuff were written by Cynthia Weaver. I asked around, and she's that crazy bag lady you met.
The
Whoa.
lamp lady? She can be a little loopy, but she's not homeless or anything.
Yeah, anyway, she knew both
Fucking
Jagger and
birds.
Zane before they both died, and she had some kind of a breakdown.
Well, mister, this here's Rose's trailer. You mind me asking what you want with her?
We're just here to talk to her, pal.
Hey, why do you guys say it like that, man? Oh!
Welcome to...
She was standing there the whole time.
Oh dear. Mr. Wake. I'm so glad you're
She's
here.
still talking like that. It's
Rose, you want
creeping
my
me out.
manuscript?
Oh.
What the heck?
Oh yes. Yes. Please come in.
Yes?
Hey, this is really good.
Rose,
Yes.
My manuscript. I really need it.
I understand. I know what you need. A muse to inspire you.
Oh, for Barry? She doesn't have anything.
Yeah, hey, Al, what's... Oh...
Barry!
Oh,
What? What?
It's coming for you, hiding in my barber's skin. I'm too weak to stop it. You must turn the lights on.
I promised I'd come visit you and your lovely wife.
dude.
You must finish what you started. I insist.
You must turn the lights on. Turn the light on.
Back to work, boy.
Oh my gosh. All of that was really creepy. What the hell? This game's awesome.
I felt nauseous, hungover. Only anger kept me going.
Whoa!
I can't tell reality from dream anymore, but it seems I have an imaginary editor to help me. She's an old woman in a funeral dress. I call her Barbara Jacker. She's very strict. I'm writing faster and faster. My manuscript is being heavily revised. The edits are getting very aggressive, and each day there's less of me and more of her. I hate it, but I know she's right. She promises me I can save Alice this way. She knows more of this than I do. About the complex incantation I'm attempting. About this place. She's worked with another writer under similar circumstances, Thomas Zane. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I'm getting close. I can feel it.
Cool.
Rose
Barry.
took a day for me. I had less than 12 hours left to meet the kidnapper.
What the
All I could
fuck
do was get
is
Barry
going
into the
on?
car, work something out once I got on the road. Barry was out of it. He was way too heavy to carry.
Huh.
You're right. I deserve more money. I'm so handsome.
Oh, handsome.
My gun and flashlight were gone. I'd have to find a way to get Barry into the car as quickly as possible. There was no time to waste.
Yeah, I just find it so cool that they restart you every chapter. So it's not closer to Resident Evil, but it's done in a way that you don't feel like you're being reset. Like you were just knocked out. Of course you don't have anything. Oh, it's so good.
Mr. Randolph liked Rose. That little smile she had. How she was still sweet when life had tried so hard to make her bitter. It wasn't any of his business what she did in her trailer. But those strangers, the writer and his smart-ass sidekick, looked like trouble. And they'd been in there for hours, way past her normal bedtime. He reached for the phone and called the sheriff's station.
And now it's dark again. You're slightly left. Hello.
I just stepped outside to catch a breath of fresh air. Let me tell you, the weather's getting heavy. Nights like this make me especially glad I'm here talking to you and not home in bed. Once the weather takes a turn like this, I can't sleep at all. It's all tangled bed sheets and dark thoughts, punctuated by the occasional plunge into nightmare. Is it just me? Well, perhaps it is. But I hope I can make the night a little bit easier to get through. Caller, you're on KBF FM.
Hey, Pat, it's Walt Snyder.
What's on your mind, Walt?
Well, I ain't the way you are, but, well, I can't sleep either, you know? I just been staring out the window here, trying to make sense of it all, but, I ain't been drinking either, you know?
Well, you sound like a man with a problem, Walt.
I had a,
Walt was the guy in the prison. Oh.
I get in trouble with the law, you know, and I'm just, well,
I heard something like that, Walt.
yeah. Well, you know, he's Daddy's my best friend, and they let me out on bail today, and now I'm just
So
alone here
odd.
at the window, you know, waiting. Man, and there's something in the air tonight, man.
I was just outside looking up at the sky above our broadcast tower thinking the same thing. What are you waiting for, Walt?
I don't know. You know, something's gonna happen. You know, I think I better go.
It's
Well,
crazy.
Maybe.
No, thanks, Pat.
Well, good luck to you, Walt. Hang in there. Let's take a little break, folks. This weather's really something else, huh?
How can I be sure you will walk away?
Creepy as hell. Get to the car. Oh no. There's a crying baby in this house. That is cool.
Oh, you're gonna get it now.
Gonna get what? What did I do?
God knows what you've done to that poor girl.
This is Agent Nightingale, FBI! Get him up, Hemingway! You're under arrest! You move a muscle, I'll unload right in your goddamn face! Stay right where you are, Spillane!
What are? I'm standing right here, you goddamn maniac!
I hated to leave Barry behind, but there was no way I'd miss my appointment with the kidnapper.
Mr. Wake, come on! Take it easy on him! Don't let him get away! Move it!
Climb a boulder, drop a short distance, what we're looking for.
There he goes! Okay, men, keep your eyes peeled. He's gonna try to make it through here.
Oh, damn.
This way! Go! Try it! He was right there! I don't see him! God damn it! Where'd he go? Keep an eye out!
There are way too many agents for a small town here. Well, that was a drop down, and here's the manuscript. So,
For decades, the darkness that wore Barbara Jagger's skin slept fitfully in the dark place that was its home and prison.
creepy.
It was hungry and in pain. It dreamed of its nights of glory when the poet's writing had called it from the depths and given it a brief, terrible taste of power and freedom. The rock stars had stirred it from the deep sleep the poet had sunk it back to in the end. When it sensed the writer on the ferry, it opened its eyes.
Ah. Woo!
Rose didn't know how the strange old lady got in her trailer, and she looked wrong somehow. The woman showed her teeth in an approximation of a smile and traced a finger down Rose's cheek. Pretty girl, she said. Rose felt as if she was falling asleep, but her knees didn't buckle. The crone spoke in a whisper, her words ice cold and dark in Rose's ear.
It's crazy because the writing in these pages are actually really good. You would think they were part of a book. Holy crap, that's cool.
This horror was everywhere I went, circling me. The cops didn't stand a chance. They were after a writer, not a monster.
I've lost contact with most of the men you assigned to me. It's Wake's doing.
Wait, are you seriously telling me that geek writer just took out my deputies? Are you kidding? I mean, have you seen this guy? He wears a tweed jacket. Over.
He's the guy we're chasing. If it's not him, who then? Bigfoot? Over.
I don't know yet, but I'm not in the habit
Bigfoot?
of jumping to conclusions. That tends to come back and bite you in the ass. Out.
Man, this guy is insane. Escape the police. The birds just took out a helicopter. Oh my gosh. Ooh, Thermos over there. That's wild. There's also a Thermos in here. And a radio show?
This is James. Mulligan, Thornton, come in. Over.
Thornton here. James, we got both Wheeler and Rose in custody. They didn't put up a fight or anything. Why, they were... Hey, what are you... Come on!
Sit down and give me that. Jane, Mulligan here. Over.
We got Wheeler and Rose here. Wheeler's drunk or hopped up on something. Speaking of which, that Fed had a pretty distinctive whiff of Otis Scotch about him, you know what I mean. Over. I don't have anything on that, Deputy Mulligan. Over. Well, whatever. Anyway, Rose is just being plain weird here. You better get Doc in to take a look at both of them. Over. Gotcha. You better get them here quickly. The Fed's gonna want to interview Wheeler. Over. Oh yeah, I bet he does. Looks like they have a lot in common. Mulligan out.
Hey. Ooh. Another one. What I wanted to look at.
I could see the lights of the radio station in the distance.
All right. Do we get a gun? Well, I had to come up here, so it's probably this way somewhere. Yeah, there's a door. Any gunners?
I imagined that the broadcast tower in the distance was part of the local radio station. Maine seemed like a decent guy. Perhaps he could give me directions to the coal mine. Unnatural shadows clung to the gate. The darkness that was after me was trying to stop me. I wouldn't get through without a light.
Okay. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna grab this coffee thermos. Dude, that thing looks creepy as all hell.
Power to the searchlight.
There was no power to the searchlight. There was now power to the searchlight. And now the thing died. I mean, come on now. Was I getting too close to that thing? That is terrifying. The terrifying noise.
It took me a moment to recognize the flashing grenades. They were an ideal weapon for my situation.
T1, come in. Over.
Let's go.
T1, this is Sheriff Breaker. Report. Over. T2, come in. I need a report. Over. Come on, guys. Talk to me. Come in, please. Over.
So I am a flashbang grenader. So we have flashbang, grenade, flares. This is the actually most kid-friendly game. There's a few shooting scenes, but like other than that, there's no blood. Most of the damage is light base stuff. That's pretty cool. You're done. Oh my god, let's go this way. I am out of energy, it would seem. That's alright. That's okay. We'll run to this safe haven anyway.
And here's another call. You're on KBFFM with Pat Maine.
It's Milt Peabody, Pat.
What's on your mind, Milt?
Well, I live near the trailer park, Pat, and there's a big ruckus going on over there.
Well, that's just up the road from me, too. What's going on, do you know?
I don't know, but there's a bunch of police cars there, lots of sirens, a helicopter buzzing around, and I think I heard some gunshots.
Gunshots?
Yes, sir, like from a pistol. So can you find out what's going on? Because it's just next door and they're popping off guns there.
They're still shooting?
No, it was maybe 10, 15 minutes ago. It sounds serious.
And they're giving you like a time reference too to all the things that tied together, solidify it.
I'm certainly going to give the station a call, Milt.
Okay.
You'll hear it here as soon as I hear from them.
Okay, thanks.
So cool. So cool. Woo, baby. I see it.
Touched by the dark presence, Rose was lost in a dreamland where everything was drawn in black and gray crayons. The old lady had promised her that all her wishes would come true. She would be Alan Wake's muse. She was smiling so hard it hurt her face.
Keep to
She
the
crushed
right,
a bottle
before in
full
the
of
cave.
sleeping pills into the coffee. Deep down inside, she was screaming in terror.
Maybe that'll give us a gun. It's a flare gun. Let's start. Is that a light? That should be a... Yeah, sir. A radio station's parking lot. Geronimo! Radio station's parking lot. Bro, it didn't go off.
I hope Maine could lend me a car to get to the coal mine.
Didn't look under the billboard.
What do you mean?
It's a trailer park. Of course you can't.
Well, surprise, the famous writer Alan Wake just walked in. Folks, I'm gonna see if I can talk him into an interview.
Come on in, Mr. Wake. Oh, I'm so glad you could find the time to do this, Mr. Wake.
Nowhere to run now, Dan Brown. You back away from me. Don't hurt.
Whoa. Everyone calm down. Put the gun down. We're all friends here, right?
Cool your jets, Nightingale. We got him.
Judas Priest!
What the hell's the matter with you? There's a civilian in there.
This guy is just shooting up a storm, dude. You need to calm down.
It was ridiculous. That's what you get for naming a book The Sudden Stop. It was probably good I hadn't had the chance to tell Maine where I was going. I'd have to lose the cops and find my own way to the mine. Nightingale stared through the broken studio window into the dark woods. He turned around, started to walk out, but Maine grabbed his arm. "Young man, you almost shot me. You don't shoot off rounds at people like that. What's the matter with you?" Nightingale shook his arm free, marched out. His cheeks burned with rage and humiliation.
Rage and humiliation. And maybe some alcohol. Just maybe some alcohol. Alright, so flare gun, 2 flares. Now we get a gun. Please be a gun. Alright. Okay. Directly headed towards the face cliff while battling enemies. We are slightly left as needed to arrive at a base of a trail leading up the mountainscape of the car, the manuscript. Jeez. What's up, dude? I'm streaming. Yeah, I thought so too. I was watching someone play it and I was like, what am I watching? I mean, I couldn't watch more than like a few minutes of it. I was like, what's going on? Why? Why is going on? Okay. So this was all just a long winding road to get this path. Yeah, I've been playing Alan Wake last 4.5 hours.
Danny had stepped out, but what stumbled back in
It's really cool, man. It's like watching a movie.
Alien, a monster. Walter tried to kill it, first with his fists, then a chair. It wouldn't die. Instead, it kept coming, unaffected by the beating it had taken. After Walter managed to kick it down the cellar stairs, fear took over. He ran, got behind the wheel, gunned the engine. The booze wouldn't make him forget, but he knew he had to try.
Yeah, I know. It's old too. Fucking birds. Sheesh. God, that's so terrifying, man. Holy shit. Down the trail. Watch for attack birds. Look for a rocky outcropping branching off to the left. What? Is it up here? Bro, I hate this game right now. Holy shit. Is this what they were talking about? Fucking me up a lot of it. I just wish I wasn't like running up and down this hill. Trying to find a coffee thermos. There we go. It was up here. Why did they not just tell me to get this before? I hate everything. Now I can run down safely. Yeah, the thing that like made me more interested in this game than anything was that it was like a movie game. Well, somewhat of a movie game. I actually think the combat is very unique. There's still some shooting, but like you're using light for the most part. I feel like I'm fighting the invisible crows in The Legend of Zelda. Just gonna do this. Why were they not smart enough to make me fight the same birds multiple times? I don't want to fight the birds multiple times. birds are scary. Now the deputy sheriff is throwing knives at me in the forest. Jeez. Directly ahead, you should reach a pickup truck. Some electrical lights nearby. Okay, now I gotta go just straight ahead.
There was no sensible reason for the power company Woodlands to be there. It was unnecessary for someone like Thermos.
Oh. Oh, yes, lights. I love lights. In this Shackarino, maybe a can pyramid. Huh? Oh, shotgun? I'll take those. Oh, please, just gotta reload my gun really quick. Appreciate you waiting there for me. Can I get more ammo again now, please? Further ahead to the left. Aha! Secondary shack. I see it here. Oh, this would have been smart to turn on before going in there. And this is what we were looking for. Oh, they go out. Oh, that's cool. That would have been smart to know. See the manuscript page?
The bulldozer's engine roared to life. Mud and rocks flew as it fought for traction. It crashed through the concrete wall and landed heavily in the yard. If it were an animal, it would have shaken its head after the impact, fixed its eyes on me, and charged. Of course, it had no head, nor eyes. Shadows crawled on its form, twisting it into a monster. Then, it came for me.
Did it just say a bulldozer is going to be thrown at me?
Touched by the dark presence, Sarah trusted her gut, and her gut said Agent Nightingale was an asshole. It wasn't just the smell of stale booze. It was in the way he flashed his badge, pulled rank, the look in his eyes when he wanted answers. Where was Alan Wake? What was this about an accident? Where was his wife? And most importantly, why did she let Wake go? He wouldn't answer her questions. Federal business was all he'd say.
Federal business was all he would say. Ooh, a train. I need a lot more than that, dude. Inventory's looking not so thick.
Hello?
The most stubborn man I've ever met.
Alice?
Alice?
Alan, I'm so afraid. It keeps me in the dark. Please help me. I look at you, Alan, and it's not you. Something else. Looking out from behind your eyes.
What?
Alice, I'm here.
I'm so alone
here. It's all gonna go to hell. You need to be careful. Cooperate.
Need to be careful and
The
cooperate.
connection had been terrible, but that wasn't the only thing that hadn't been right with the call. She sounded wrong somehow, but she had called me.
And everything was right in the world.
The pipe wrenched itself loose from the bridge's steel framework. Wrapped in darkness, it floated in midair, twitching. For a moment, I didn't understand what I was looking at. The heavy object lurched at me with impossible force. I threw myself out of the way, but just barely. When I turned my flashlight on it, it shook in a dark rage before it flew at me again.
Okay, that's another light thing. Turn back the way you came and shine your flashlight at the rock. What? What's this thing saying? There ain't no fucking... There it is. What? No, I needed that. Full on that ammo. We got plenty of shotgun ammo. We got more flare gun and 3 flares. I'm all juiced up now. Is this a tracksuit mafia over here? What is going on here? No. Sit down. Ugh! Gotta go the correct way now.
I could see a railway bridge up ahead, and a warehouse of some sort on the opposite shore. I hoped I could find a car from there.
Oh no. Oh, it's just the train. Okay. Ah! Oh my god, dude. He's trolling me. They said pipes were going to be flying out.
Pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path.
Dude, don't say that. Oh. Oh! Dude, yeah, said help. Okay. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Alright. It's terrible. There's more. Dude, the sounds make it so creepy, but it's not nearly as creepy as the sounds make it out to be. Oh my god. And like the screaming too. I think I'm done. I think I'm safe. Run! Oh no. Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus. He loves the big pipe. Whew, that was intense.
I slammed the door shut right in his smug face. He pleaded for me to open the door. True to form, the asshole actually thought I would obey. I had no sympathy left, no guilt either, not for him. I took a moment to savor the scream. I bet I had a smile on my face. It was all that I had time for. The dark presence was inside the lodge with me.
Oh. This doesn't sound very Alan Wake-y.
I just started to get interested in writing. Stephen King had been a source of inspiration to me. I thought about all the inanimate objects that had come to life in his books. No one is safe in a good horror story. Certainly not the protagonist. That's what makes them fun. This was anything but. The darkness could possess anything, and it was getting closer.
The darkness could possess anything, and it was getting closer. A flare. I love flares. Dude, I'm so fucking cool. Look at me go. Let me shoot, please. Holy fuck. Oh, now let me shoot. Oh, no. Oh, man, he just powers through the pain. Holy shit. Thank goodness for those flares. In light, you can hurt them. That would have helped with, like, episode 1. Oh, these are fun.
We take the facts of our existence for granted, unaware that they are merely a thin veneer of desperate self-delusion, covering a vast cosmos of too often the stars are right. In Night Springs.
In Night Springs.
Tonight's episode, a family occasion. Journalist Alvin Durleth's trip to study the local customs of an insular community in Night Springs has been less than successful. Until tonight.
Well, I'm glad you changed your minds about this. Ancient customs, local mythology. My editor loves this kind of stuff.
Well, Mr. Durleth, we don't want to feel like we're on exhibition, but you have demonstrated the seriousness of your intent.
Oh, I am serious. Really, just do your thing. I'll stay out of your way and observe.
Actually, I thought you could assist us. I'm afraid we are a man short. It would provide you with an intimate perspective.
Could I really?
Of course, Mr. Durleth.
Well, I guess that's the least I... What would I have to do?
Oh, here. Let me show you with a kiss.
This is not the Twilight Zone. It is not the Twilight Zone.
Shh, darling. Be calm. Shh.
Alvin Durleth learned a harsh lesson. If you go looking for mythology, it may come looking for you.
It's so dumb.
And such quests always bear fruit.
In Night Springs. Ooh, flares. And batteries. Revolver ammo as well. I was so excited to watch another Night Springs episode that I didn't even realize. This is so
The
cool.
darkness surged towards me, sucking everything loose from the ground into its depths, tugging at my clothes. I saw the flare the kidnapper had dropped and threw myself towards it just as I felt my feet leave the ground. The darkness embraced me with the force of a tornado. Somehow I managed to light the flare. The darkness roared and cast me away. I fell toward the dark waters of the lake far below.
Oh no. This is an open area. And there's a bunch of boxes. And I gotta fight a fucking bulldozer. Alright. One down. I have a flash grenade. You're dead, son. Was that that was easy. Bulldozer boss, yep. Dude, I'll get all this stuff for free now. First it gets piped, then it gets plowed. Yeah, it's just one of those nights, man. And we're not even in Night Springs. That's the craziest part about it. Did I pick up the flares over there? I did, yeah. Dude, what do you guys think about the aiming in this? Like, there's no reticle for aiming. It's just your flashlight. I think it's sick, dude. I don't know why I'm picking up any of this. This was supposed to be for the boss fight, and I'm done with the boss fight. The boss fight was supposed to be a lot harder than I'm sure I made it look. What's that? Lithium batteries. I have 20. Thermos. Gib. Oh, yeah, it's freedom. What was that? Freedom. Freedom.
never been this glad to see the sunrise. I had a couple of hours to get to the coal mine. The coal mine wasn't far now.
The coal mine isn't far now. Let's pan into this shot of mountains.
Today, I would meet the kidnapper, and he would give me Alice. I wouldn't give him any other choice. A drowning man will clutch at a straw. Little by little, without realizing it, I'd come to believe that the story in the manuscript was coming true. The current of its narrative had taken me deeper and deeper into dark waters. Alice had been taken from me. Barry was probably in jail. I was a fugitive from the FBI. The whole world taken over by the dark presence was trying to destroy me. It all felt real, but it matched a textbook case of insanity.
Really isn't moving. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The boss fight was shining a light at the bulldozer. That's how difficult that boss fight was supposed to be. Why do you want me to get out and climb up this hill? Is it up there somewhere? What is going on? Did I get out way too early? Maybe. I missed something. But running up the hill. Oh. But I'm confused. I'm gonna guess that I didn't go far enough. Oh, sorry, wasn't looking where I was driving. It's very bad influence. Don't use your phone and drive, kids. Is this what it wants me to do? Like up here? Is that the chair? Did I just see it? No, that's it's a tree. There it is. Hello, chair and coffee. Weird place for a collectible. I ain't judging. I'm so glad this is a driving section that's like, hey, would you like to get out of your car 20 million times and grab collectibles? And I'm like, yeah, yes, I would. I would like that. I would like that very much. Thank you very much. Appreciate you.
This is Pat Main, and you're listening to KBF-FM. Folks, I want to apologize for kind of abandoning you to that looping music track last night, but I was detained. You see, I encountered a big shot G-man with an itchy trigger finger who could use a lesson in manners and a boot in the ass. Not necessarily in that order either. Now, folks, I know I'm not being very informative here, and I apologize for that. I really should just keep quiet, but I'm just so peeved right now, because some people just shouldn't be carrying badges. I'm just glad that our Sheriff Breaker was there to straighten things out. And if someone I met last night is listening, let me just say, I'm sorry if my mouth got you in trouble. I'm pretty sure you're not the bad guy here. Godspeed, son. I hope you know what you're doing. Now, on a lighter note, I'll be talking to Dr. Nelson all morning. But first, a little music.
Yeah. Is it back there for real? Don't tell me that. That's what will make me angry. Dude, this car drives so poorly. Give me the truck back. Holy crap. Maybe I'm drunk, like, oh, holy crap. Then what if I'm along the road, along the logging road? Okay, maybe that road just drives poorly. Holy crap. Oh, that's the way the bridge was out. Okay, okay, I see, I see. What a beautiful sight. Look at that. That's just simply amazing. You know, unless you're terrified of heights and want to fall off the cliff. Or not want to fall off the cliff, but fall off the cliff. Checkpoint reached. Porta potty. Oh my gosh, are you telling me that if you want to go to the bathroom, you have to walk down like 4 flights of stairs as a ranger? Holy moly.
Welcome back to KBF FM. Hope you enjoyed that tune. Now, Doc, you were talking about life and finding that special someone, that soulmate.
Well, you were talking about that. I was saying I don't buy it.
Well, see, to me, that's strange, because I always pegged you as a hopeless romantic.
You got me there, Pat. But I think love's where you look for it. And you need to do a lot of looking, sure. But the idea that there's that one special person out there for you, and if you miss that chance, it's gone forever, and you're forever incomplete.
I'm pissing from the top. I don't...
Or, heck, childish even. There's plenty of fish in the sea.
And apparently a fisherman has a fishing analogy for everything, but what you're saying, isn't that a little harsh?
Well, no. What I am saying is that your potential for finding that connection isn't limited to what's essentially a chance encounter. How is that harsh?
Yeah, well, I guess that's a nice thought, but let me say something personal here.
Okay.
Now, well, I don't disagree with you exactly, but I can't really fit that together with what I feel, what I felt for someone, because she was the one. She was. And I let her drift away from me. Maybe I didn't put in the work, I don't know, but, well, since then, and it was a long time ago, but since then, there hasn't been anyone, not like her. And I'm not saying I dwell on her or haven't moved moved on. I like my life. I'm not living in the past. But I do miss the way she completed me.
You can't argue with the heart, Pat.
I'm sorry, folks. I had kind of a scary experience last night, and let's just say it's shaken a few things loose.
Good, good. Alright, let's swap vehicles. Yo, what is that building? There's like a barn with a long hallway. Aha. More stairs. More stairs.
For Mott, spying on the writer on the ferry had been a disappointment. His boss had made Wake out to be something special, but Mott hadn't been impressed. He'd gotten a good long look at the wife, though, and he liked what he saw. Mott had fantasized about goading Wake into a fight, but it hadn't happened. Still, he'd get his chance to see if the writer had anything in him. He'd been promised as much.
Oh my god. That almost fell off. Alrighty, Roo. Time to drive some more. I'm looking for a museum now. Oh no! I'm drifted. Baby, I'm drifted.
I was early. I was supposed to meet the kidnapper at noon in the main building. The coal mine was quiet. It was a museum now.
While there were some earlier residents in the area, the true genesis of the town, Bright Falls, came with the founding of the Bright Falls Mining Company and the opening of the Bright Falls coal mine in 1878. Although the work was hard and dangerous, many immigrants, Germans, Poles, Italians, Finns, and Swedes, among others, worked in the mine. Okay. While lucrative at first, the mining steadily declined in the 20th century. The seams were rich, but hard to get at, and the volcanic activity in the area made the mine shafts particularly dangerous. Oh, there's a fucking thermos in here. I missed it. Hidden behind this plant. Now that's game design.
With Nightingale gone and the night wind blowing in through the broken studio window, Maine stared at Sarah. The sheriff looked away. Maine's voice shook with barely controlled anger.
Maine.
That boy's doing more drinking than thinking. I hope you know what you're doing, Sarah. He's got a sickness in his eyes. You take my word for it. He wants Wake for a reason, and it's not for anything good.
All right. In 1970, a volcanic eruption below Cauldron Lake, a wall relatively minor, caused most of the deep mining tunnels to collapse or flood. 32 miners lost their lives in the calamity, and all mining around Bright Falls came to a final stop. Now, many of the remaining buildings are protected as historical landmarks. Sounds terrifying.
I didn't want to go outside. Cops had to be looking for me. The noon sun turned the place into a sauna. The day dragged on. Different scenarios ran through my mind. Ways of how I'd torture the kidnapper to get Alice back. Or the different horrible things he could have done to her. I imagined her dead. I had no way of knowing she was still alive. It was killing me.